The US Army's 3rd Brigade combat team arriving in Poland little more than a week ago. It's America's largest ever deployment of heavy armour to Eastern Europe. After Moscow's annexation of Crimea, NATO countries that border Russia feel nervous. The presence there of the US and other alliance armies is intended to reassure. 87 tanks, 2,500 other vehicles and 3,500 troops. Many of them will be leaving their base here at Zargan in a few weeks and heading for places like the Baltic states, Romania and Bulgaria. At least that's the plan. Now the arrival of a new US president has created huge uncertainty. Donald Trump says NATO is obsolete and speaks warmly of the Russian leader Vladimir Putin. But Mr. Trump's pick for Defense Secretary thinks differently. General James Mattis sees Russia as a threat and believes Moscow wants to break up NATO. So where does this leave US troops who've just arrived in Eastern Europe after a year preparing? Many seem unperturbed.
So right now, even though there's some big events going on back home, really we've been focused on the task at hand here.
It's politics. I don't really get into why I'm going. I just go and do my job, and it's great to be here. You know, it's certainly will deter aggression whenever it's against one of our NATO allies. You know, that's what we do, is we take care of each other.
But US soldiers downplay any potential threat from Russian forces.
I just view it as a time to be able to train with our allies in ways that we haven't been able to train before.
I've deployed to Afghanistan, I guess 3 times, Iraq once. This is a nice deployment because we're not in a combat zone where the danger of, getting injured is really anything.
Like America, Britain too is poised for greater involvement in Eastern Europe. And like America, domestic politics could alter Britain's place in NATO. Since the Brexit vote, France has argued that it is now Europe's main can-do military power. Paris reportedly wants the UK's coveted number 2 position in the alliance. It's why London is making the army especially useful this year. 5 Rifles is to lead a multinational battle group in Estonia. In April, the Light Dragoons will send troops to Poland. 20th Armoured Infantry Brigade now leads NATO's Very High Readiness Joint Task Force. But America is the only country planning a large-scale, persistent presence in Eastern Europe. 3rd Brigade combat team is meant to be replaced by a different brigade in 9 months. Polish people have greeted US troops like heroes.
People were telling us that they've been waiting like tens and tens of years just for us to be here. They were chanting like God bless America. Kids had American flags. It was just really welcoming, and it was like good feeling that they want us to be here with them.
How long that feeling lasts now depends on the new US administration. Under Donald Trump, Washington is reconsidering who its friends are. The impact on NATO and its activities in Eastern Europe is far from clear. Rob Olver, Forces News, Zargan in Poland.